This is Johnny and Jose with TigerBomb MMA, and this is a very special episode because we're on the freeway right now.
Hello.
And we're going to go over Ortega versus Rodriguez. Hopefully you can hear us, but we'll just get started. We're on the fucking freeway. First fight of the night, we've got Jessica Penne versus Emily Ducote. Emily Ducote, Jose, you don't know who the fuck she is.
Nope.
She is a Invicta lass. She actually got a pretty vicious knockout over Danielle Taylor. She's one of the shorter girls in the UFC. I guess right cross, and then I think it was like a nasty left high kick to the mouth, knocked her the fuck out. She's fighting Jessica Penne, who we know who Jessica Penne is. She is 40 years old, and currently the odds have it in favor of Ducote, more than likely because she's on a 3-fight knockout streak, and she's minus 135. Back on Penne is plus 15. Me personally, Ducote, I know she's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Jessica Penne is a black belt. Is she going to knock out Jessica Penne? I'm not certain if she will. Penne is a veteran, definitely, and I'm stuck between the whole, she's fought lesser competition, Penne, that is, on her 2-fight win streak, which were against Lupita. Ooh, I misspoke. Lupita Godinez is not lesser competition. It's just that she got her pretty early and edged out a split decision. And then Carolina before, getting her confidence back. It's tough because I do like the dog in Penne because she's much taller, she's lankier. I mean, she is 5'5" compared to the 5'2" of Ducote, and Ducote's not really that impressive. She's a woman. So for me, I'm just gonna take the dog and Jessica Penne. I'll take her by decision. I don't think either girl submits each other. If anything, Ducote would need a knockout. I think the audio got louder because the fucking road got cleaner. But I'll go with the Penne by decision.
I should also take Penne, mainly because her OnlyFans wasn't too bad, but it was not on the Jessica Andrade's level. So, but I'll take Penne because I think she's got enough to win this one, but she's really at this point in her career just running in place, meaning she's going nowhere. So,
moving on, who do we got at? Interesting. At welterweight, Phil Rowe, the Fresh Prince, versus Abubakar Nurmagomedov. And currently the odds have it in favor of, let's find out, Nurmagomedov, minus 145. Comeback on Phil Rowe is a plus 125. Phil Rowe's been on a pretty good streak as of late, knocking dudes out, not yet. Knocked out Orion Kosuke and knocked out Jason Witt. I cashed on both of those motherfucking knockouts, which was great. I knew it was coming. But with Abubakar, the lesser Nurmagomedov, he does kind of suck, right? He's been knocked out. Actually, he's been submitted twice. I know once in the UFC by Zawada by triangle choke, which really disappointed Khabib. And he decisioned Jared Gooden, where he actually looked like a pretty decent fighter, just kind of tagging him over and over. This one's tough because my thing with Phil Rowe, he's the much longer guy, 6'3", hell of a long reach, 80.5-inch reach compared to 73 for Nurmagomedov. I'm worried about the mythical control time that Nurmagomedov can get. Like, for real, he can just hold fucking Phil Rowe down. He's not the best overall grappler. He's really good. Like, guaranteed, I believe Phil Rowe can submit Nurmagomedov, but Nurmagomedov is wily enough to avoid all that. And Phil Rowe's takedown defenses get back up pretty well, like he displayed with Witt. But I don't know, man. I'm worried Rowe not being able to get back up against Nurmagomedov. Like, if he implements a fucking stalling game plan, not Stalin game plan, I think he can, maybe Stalin, he can eviscerate him. I think he can win this one. I'm not going with Nurmagomedov. I'm going with Phil Rowe. I think he eventually does catch him with something. I think Phil Rowe's jiu-jitsu game is pretty solid. I do think Nurmagomedov is prone to getting submitted, and Phil Rowe's legs are fucking long, so I'm going to go with Phil Rowe, round number 3 submission. I think it's going to be looking really bleak for Phil Rowe, and Nurmagomedov, after getting maybe lit up a little bit on the feet in round 3, takes him down, but gets caught in a really high elbow guillotine or something, or even a triangle. I just think that Phil Rowe is the more dangerous side right now. If anything, Nurmagomedov is going to win by a decision. Phil Rowe's probably going to try to finish. Or if he does end up winning by a decision, Phil Rowe, that is, it's going to be based off of cumulative damage. So I'm going to say round number 3, Phil Rowe by submission. What do you got?
Wait, Nurmagomedov, is he the Nurmagomedov that's...
He's the Abu Bakr.
No, but is he being backed by Khabib?
Yeah. He's his cousin. Distant cousin, as Khabib would say.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how hard Khabib went on him, but I think he, depending on how hard he does go on him, I think he might pull it off like by split decision. But I'm not very confident in this one. This one's not, or not. Well, yes, this fight, but more like this Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
Very questionable. So going with Phil Rowe isn't a bad spot, but I'll flip one and just go with Nurmagomedov by split decision.
All right, next bout we've got Dwight the Body Snatcher Grant versus Dustin. I really fucking need to win Stoltzfus. He's currently Stoltzfus is 0-3 in the UFC. He has not won a fight. Came into the UFC from the Contender Series. He actually broke the dude's arm whenever his Jonathan Pfeiffer. I knew right off the bat, I'm like, this guy has some skill, but I don't know if he's quite ready. And Kyle Dawkins proved me right. Rodolfo Vieira proved me right. I actually took a shot on him against Mearshart where he would look pretty fucking good, but Mearshart did what Mearshart does and get to submission. For the body snatcher Dwight Grant, he's alive for a knockout type of guy. This is taking place at middleweight, so Dwight Grant's going up to middleweight. Oh man, this one's interesting. For me, honestly, I believe in Dustin Stoltzfus. The odds currently have it in favor of Dwight Grant. He's roughly at a -170 compared to the +140 of Stoltzfus. For me, it's dog or pass. Obviously, body snatcher Grant can get a knockout, but his takedown defense isn't all that great. I really think Stoltzfus needs this win. I think he's going to grind out a decision. Plus, he's 6 foot. They're both roughly around the same size. I'll go with Stoltzfus by decision for me.
Wait, Stoltzfus. He's the guy on the right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll also go with Stoltzfus. I know what you guys are thinking. Is he going up against all the black guys? No, not necessarily. I just think I just flipped the coin in my brain and it landed on Stoltzfus.
Moving on, we've got very short notice bout Mr. Perfecto, Senor Perfecto Algio. I can never fucking get his nickname right. Ever. Bill Algio versus Herbert the Blaze Burns.
Mr. Burns.
The Blaze. Short notice, Burns is coming back after getting his ass beat by Daniel Pineda, which was about 2 years ago. That was fucking disappointing. I was so pissed off at him. He should have gotten the submission, but it is what it is. Currently, the odds have it in favor of. I guess we don't have odds, but let's just say that Burns is a favorite. Let's just go with that. Probably isn't. I think it's going to be a pick'em. But for me, Bill Algio, I think Bill Algio is going to be too lanky. He's hard to finish. He's not going to get submitted by Herbert Burns. If he does, I'd be surprised. And he's going to have the better cardio, the better pace, longer guy. I'll go with Algio, man. Like, it's nothing against really Burns. I know I'm a little salty that he cost me money, but like, how good is his gas tank going to be? Like, he does kind of seem like a silver bus kind of guy. So I'll go with Bill Algio, who's notoriously pretty fucking tough. And I think he can really defend the onslaught of Burns, and he just has to be really smart not to get subbed. And yeah, I'll go with Algio by decision. If anything, maybe even a really late TKO. What do you got for this one? Mr. Burns versus Senor Perfecto.
I'm going with Senor. I don't like any of the Burns. Well, Monty's okay, but Herbert Burns really shit the bed. I guess he was maybe hyped to be the better of the Burns, but yeah, he showed that can't be trusted, and once you break that, it's fucking.
Yeah, he had the jiu-jitsu of Gilbert and the face of Alistair Overeem, so it's like, oh shit, this guy's gonna be the best. But lost to Daniel Pineda. That's kind of whack.
Shit himself.
Yeah. Next bout, Dustin Jacoby versus Da-Un Jung. The odds currently have it in favor for Dustin Jacoby. I didn't see that one coming. He's a minus 150. Come back on. Da-Un Jung is a plus 130. For this one, I really do think that Dustin Jacoby's time is coming, right? I really do think he's really improved as a overall mixed martial artist, not just a striker. Like he's been on a really good run as of late. I took Mikhail to beat him, and I really thought I had edged it out, but Jacoby in the third round really showed his like age and his intelligence, and just kind of slowed down the pace because he was kind of getting pieced up a little bit by the faster, shorter, smaller guy who should be fighting like at middleweight, but whatever. And Da-Un Jung, like I tend to doubt this guy, but he does have a lot of power. He's a pretty solid guy, and I'm going to continue trying to fade Jacoby. Like I've been kind of a fan of Jacoby for a while, but I don't know, man. Like he's 34 years old, and I do think that there's certain guys that can exploit him, especially much faster guys. And I think Da-Un Jung's a much faster striker with the boxing, and I think he actually wins this one by a decision. I don't think he'll knock him out, Jacoby. That is, there's a huge possibility it happens. Watch me fucking say that. Take him by decision. He ends up knocking him out in the first minute of the round. But I'll go with Jung by decision. I really do think the underdog in Jung has a lot of upside. You know, I mean, he's got good grappling himself. He's a big fucking dude. 6'4", 78.5-inch reach. He'll have a half-inch reach advantage over Jacoby. I think he's going to be the faster guy, so I'll go with Da-Un Jung by decision. I do think Jacoby, he's pretty fucking slow, and I just don't think the same techniques he used against Mikhail is going to work against Da-Un Jung. What do you got?
Yeah, I'll also go with Jung. He's I think this is a pretty good. This is maybe the underdog play. I don't think there's going to be a lot of coming.
Lots of
a lot of yeah, not a lot of coming. Not in this match.
We'll save it for the later.
Yeah,
for the older one.
Yeah. There's not going to be a lot of money coming in for Jacoby or otherwise.
I hope not. Or actually, I do hope so. But
no, I think. Well, I mean, this fight in general, I don't think there's money coming in on either side.
Yeah.
So I think Jung should stay the underdog, which makes it a good value proposition. But yeah, it's sort of a coin flip fight.
It's close. I really do think it might be close, depending on what Jacoby's game plan is.
Yeah.
But I got to go with the speed. So you got Jung by.
I will say, yeah, Jung by decision. I don't think either guy is getting knocked out or submitted.
Next bout, hell of a fight. Ricky Simone versus Jack Shore. And currently the odds...
Is that Ricky Simon?
Yeah, who gives a shit? Currently the odds have it in favor of Jack Shore because he beat Timur Lucky Valiev. He is minus 160. Come back on Ricky Simon is a plus 140.
Two first names.
Yeah, Ricky Simon.
Yeah, Billy.
Dude, fucking, I like Shore. I've been a fan of Shore for a while. Ricky, he just knocked out Asensao, if I remember. Let me check. Yep, he knocked out Rafael Asensao. They're both fucking young, dude. This one's kind of tough because the explosiveness comes from Ricky, right? He's a really explosive wrestler. I think the more cerebral guy is Jack Shore, though. Like, he's got the good jiu-jitsu. Shit, can he get back up from bottom? I think he fucking can. I think he's so well-rounded. I think he's more well-rounded than Ricky, but Ricky does possess that power. It's going to be a really hell fight between the two, but I will say this, Ricky, he has a way of kind of fucking himself over in fights. Like, I think he overthinks things a little too much sometimes if he's having a bad time, and I don't see that from Jack Shore. I think he's just a very cerebral guy. It's going to be really close. I'm going to go with Shore by decision.
I'm actually going with two first name guy by decision. I think his explosive. I don't know. Is that
explosivity?
Yeah, his explosivity is going to be too much with Jack. Jackson, like he said, he's a cerebral guy, so he's going to, try to take the slow but sure path to victory. Try to maybe chain moves, but Simon is just going to explode all over his face. Ricky looks like a bottom, and I think he's going to get raw dogged and not be able to get backed up. No, Jack looks like a bottom, and I think he's going to explode it on his face, and he's not going to be able to get back up.
All right.
So I'll take Ricky by second round TKO.
Interesting. Very, what's the word? Whatever. Anyways, next up, Punahele Soriano versus Dalcha Lungambulia. Shit. They're both right. Dolce pulled one of the biggest fucking boneheaded mistakes by leaving his neck exposed after rocking Cody Brundage, who's I think on the same card as these two guys. And then Puna, he had a pretty rough time. He got grappled by Nick Maximov, and then he got, I guess, outpointed by Brendan Allen. Dude, I remember picking Puna to knock out Brendan Allen, and then Brendan Allen looked like the best fucking striker in the world against Puna. And then I think to myself, how the fuck did Puna not knock him out? Brendan Allen's got a shitty chin. But either here nor there. With this one, it's really tough to pick. Let's see what the odds are, though. Puna's a pretty fucking big favorite. He's a minus 270. Comeback on Dolce is a plus 230. Dolce has power, so does Puna. Who's going to get knocked out or who's going to get finished? Damn, baby. I think both these guys really need a win. Dolce, I fear Dolce will come in like a fucking bat out of hell and just go ballistic. Whose chin is better? I think Puna's is better. Shit, I think the under is going to be good, because I really do think Dolce's going to come out here saying, like, if I can knock this fucking guy out immediately, I'm not a moron for getting submitted by Cody Brundage. Of a first round, like a war between these two, or at least Dolce's going to try to make it into one, or he's trying to rush, and then Punahele takes a couple punches and it just counters him and knocks him the fuck out. Puna, round number one knockout for me.
Puna, just because Dolce's been a big disappointment. Dolce, I thought was going to be like
I think we had a bit of an issue with the Wi-Fi's. So you were saying about Dolce being similar to like an Ngannou, but
well, that's what I originally thought. He was gonna slowly improve and become a contender, but he's been nothing but a disappointment. So I'll just fade him. Go with Puna. I'm gonna say second round TKO.
Right, moving on, we got main card opener, Lauren Murphy versus Miesha Tate. Miesha Tate by decision. I don't give a shit about the odds. What do you got? Tate or Lauren Murphy?
I'll go with Tate.
I will say this is flyweight. I didn't mention that. Flyweight debut for Miesha Tate.
Oh.
She's dropping some pounds. AKA her fucking implants. 5 pounds each, right? 10? Yeah.
I'll go with Miesha, just because she's going to show us that she's still got a little bit of what she had in her early 20s when she got me in a rear naked choke. I'll go with. I can't fade Miesha. I'll go with Miesha.
Some people say Mama Tate is the superior Tate.
Wait, who's Mama Tate?
She's Mama Tate. Mama Tate opposed to early 20s Tate. MILF Tate, basically.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. If you like it loosey-goosey, then I guess so. So, I don't know. I guess it depends on your particular preference.
All right, moving on. We've got featherweight bout Shane Hurricane Burgos versus Charles Air Jourdain. I'm interested in the odds for this one. Like, I've made up my mind on this one regardless of tape because I'm a big fan of one of these guys. I'm a fan of both, but fuck. Interesting. Shane Burgos is a minus 185. Comeback on Charles Jourdain is a plus 160. I'm a big Shane Burgos guy. I love the guy. The dude brings it every single time. Both of these guys do. but I would say I'm more of a fan of Shane Burgos. He's one of my favorite fighters currently active. He always brings it. He puts on a great pressure, great pace, doesn't get tired. He does get dropped a lot though, and on a lot of his fights he gets dropped. Like really hard to find a fight where he doesn't fucking get dropped. I think with Billy Q he didn't. His defense though is like my biggest criticism of him. Like, hey, keep your fucking hands up, move your head a little bit better. Because Charles Jourdain, like, he's not the most technical striker, but if he catches, he's gonna drop you, right? But yeah, I'm a big believer in Hurricane Shane. He's much bigger than 11, solid 2 inches of height, solid reach, 75 and a half compared to the 68, 69 of Charles Jourdain. I do think that Charles Jourdain, although he possesses that type of like unknown to him, like he can fly, try to go for a fucking flying knee or something. He's nothing anything too crazy, Like I feel like Shane Burgos can handle it, being that he's more of like a Tiger Showman type of traditional kickboxer. So I'm gonna go with Shane Burgos to win this one by a decision. I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight between both these guys. I do think Shane Burgos is gonna get dropped, but he's got pretty decent recovery, except for that one time where that one thing happened in Houston. I don't want to talk about it, but I fucking love Shane Burgos, so I'm gonna take Shane. I really wish he would have been the underdog in this one, but it is what it is. But yeah, Shane Burgos by decision.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go with Charles Jourdain, just because I don't think Shane Burgos performs well as the favorite. Yeah, because of that one thing that happened that one time.
Yeah, that one time that happened against that certain guy that has the spinny kicks.
Yeah.
We shall never mention it again. Well, how do you have him winning?
By decision. I don't think he'll finish it.
All right.
Anyway.
Next bout, it's a rebooking between Matt Schnell and Sumadarji, and the odds I can only fucking imagine. Sumadarji is minus 245 to Matt Schnell, plus 205. I've said it before, Matt Schnell, he's a live dog every single time. Possesses the knockout threat. He's got really fucking fast hands. I love that about Matt Schnell. And he's a dangerous jiu-jitsu practitioner. And Sumadarji's got a major laser of a left hand. Matt Schnell has a bit of a chin issue. It's really hard not to go with Sumadarji by your first round or second round knockout. I do think that Matt Schnell, if you want to hedge this fight and take a shot on Matt Schnell as a dog, absolutely. If it gets knocked out in the first round, it is what it is. But I do think Sumadarji knocks him out. I do think he finishes him under 2 rounds. So I've got Sumadarji round number 2 knockout. What do you got? It's Sumadarji, the guy who is slicker than cum off a goat tooth.
Yeah, I know. Sue looks.
The Tibetan eagle.
Oh yeah, Tibetan eagle. Okay, yeah, I remember. He flies pretty high. Yeah, I'll go with him. I'll go with him by 3rd round TKO.
3rd round. You think Schnell survives that long?
Possibly.
Well, I'll ask you, do you think Schnell can pull off an underdog like submission or a victory?
It's
like, I think he's so fucking dangerous, but that chin of his is like the ticking time bomb, like I mentioned to you earlier.
If he buys enough time, either by backing up or by trying and failing at takedowns, but trying to get time that way, possibly. That by way of avoiding direct damage by trying to grapple or something, or trying to either wrestle or chain sort of gain submission or something. Yes. Like maybe a 2-minute mark with 3rd.
All right. Interesting prediction. This video's gonna suck. It's all fucked up, like it's like moving around. Next bout, pretty interesting bout. I have a weird take on it, but it's welterweight. The Leech, Li Jingliang versus Muslim Salikov, and currently the odds have it in favor of Muslim.
Really?
Minus 170. Come back on the Leech is a plus 150. The thing about this fight, like Muslim, he's a good striker, definitely. Like a fucking I forgot what they call like. The thing about the leech though is that you can't really count him out. And Muslim's getting older, right? Like how quickly can he get off on those spinning back kicks? You know, he's what 38 years old compared to the 34 of the leech. I really do think Leach is a pretty good dog play. I think he has it in him to get a possible knockout against Muslim, possibly even submit him. Uh, I just get this weird feeling, man. Like Muslim being the favorite, understandable. I think his time is coming. Is really coming. I think he's slowing down. He's not really knocking dudes out. He couldn't really knock out Masaran Duba. I think he did lose to Zaleski, and Jing Liang beat Zaleski pretty convincingly, knocked him out. And I just get this weird feeling that Jing Liang's going to take it. So I'm actually going to take Jing Liang to knock out Muslim Salikov in round number 2. Something about it, man. I just feel like Jing Liang's going to come in there. He's going to avoid all the damage. He's going to be a little quicker than Muslim and catch him with something hard and fucking finish him off with a grounded pound. So I got Jing Liang, round number 2 TKO.
I'm also going with Jing Liang. I don't think Muslim has much to offer here. I think Jing Liang, didn't he lose to the Argentinian guy? No?
Jingo, he knocked out Ponzinibbio, and then he got submitted right after by Chimaev. Really embarrassingly, he picked him up, talked to Dana. He's like, Dana, finish your bait. And then he just choked him out unconscious.
That's where he...
Yeah.
That's where he lost.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also going with Jing Liang. I think, short of getting or short of facing a kick-ass wrestler, I think he's probably going to have the striking advantage. I think he's going to have the power. He's probably going to knock him out with the hook, I would say, in the second round.
All right, let's take a look what's next. Oh, shit. Ooh, I can't believe this is the co-main event. Are you ready for this co-main?
Yes.
We've got Amanda Lemos. This is the chick who got beat Jessica Andrade, and I'm like, oh shit, she's out striking her, and then she gets caught in a fucking standing triangle, dude.
That's crazy.
Standing arm triangle. Anyways, yeah, Jesus Christ, minus 440 for Amanda Lemos. Come back on Michelle Watterson is a plus 350.
Are you serious?
By default, I have to say, man, take a fucking shot on Michelle Watterson. She can karate kick her way into a victory. What are the stats on these two ladies? 36 and 35, 5'3" compared to 5'4" Lemos. 2-inch reach disadvantage for Michelle Watterson. It's almost like out of spite for those odds. I have to go with Michelle.
Yeah.
But I won't. I think Lemos wins this one. I think it's like, I think she's still pretty fucking good, despite her weird loss to Jessica Andrade. But dear God, I will be placing a bet on Michelle Watterson by decision or just straight as a dog. I don't think she'll finish Lemos. Actually, there's a chance she does, because Karate Hottie, she's got educated hips. I'll say that, right? She's got very, very flexible hips. I feel as if she can catch Lemos with something off guard and maybe stun her. I don't think it will happen, but it's a possibility. I'll have to take a look at the Michelle Watterson by either like knockout or more realistically submission. Interesting though. Those odds are pretty fucking terrible, but I'll go with Lemos by a decision. I think she has fucking motorcycle. I think she edges it out. But damn, it'd be nice to cash in on that Watterson ticket. What do you have between these two ladies?
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking she has educated inner thighs.
She kind of does.
But yeah, those shorts fit her pretty damn nice. So I'm going with her based off of that.
The short shorts?
Yeah, I like the way her shorts fit.
Right on.
And I'm saying she will just get a decision. I don't think she can. I don't think she has what it takes to, KO anybody or submit anybody or anything. Not anymore. I think she's.
Buy some music is playing.
Yeah. So yeah, I think she'll probably just get the decision based off of having a little bit more of not volume, but more. What's the other thing? The critical hits, the significant.
Significant strikes.
Yeah, significant strikes. There you go.
All right. We're split on that one. Then main event time, we've got Brian Ortega versus Yair Rodriguez. And I don't know if most people know, I fucking hate Yair Rodriguez. I've never fucking
Yeah.
liked, I fucking hate this guy. Like, granted, he's talented as fuck, right? Like, there's some great things about him. I just don't fucking like him.
No.
I don't fucking like this guy. Brian Ortega is a minus 160 favorite, though, which is strange. I think it should be closer. Uh, Yair is a plus 140 dog. Off the bat, Yair can win this fight for sure. I broke down some tape during my free time on vacation, and there's two things about this fight. It's a 5 round fight. I really do think that both guys' cardio is solid, right? I do think that Ortega does tend to slow down more than Yair because Yair keeps throwing hard, but there's some downsides to that. About where the fuck are we? It's a Macy's. Sorry, there's some downsides to it that he throws hard, but he gets sloppy. As for Ortega, he's kind of a walking punching bag, though. Like he gets hit a lot. I am worried about his chin, his durability. Got his ass beat twice for his 2 title fights, and it's like concerning, right? Like how much can he take? I think he's very fucking dangerous. I just realized the camera. Uh, God damn it. There we go. Ryan Ortega's dangerous, of course. He can get you in any submission he fucking wants when he's fresh. Um, so my biggest thing was, is Jair gonna knock him out? Is he gonna finish him? Throw a shit ton of leg kicks? Fucking camera, man, get that goddamn glare. There we go. Is he gonna get leg kicks on him, batter him up, finish him late, or is Brian Ortega gonna catch a kick, take him down, submit him? Both are likely. It's so tough. It's a live betting type of main event to me because if Yair tries to like finish him early, it doesn't respect him. I do think Ortega can take advantage of that, catch a leg kick, catch a kick in general, and take him down. Is Yair going to stop throwing kicks against Ortega? It would be beneficial for him to not throw any kicks and just kind of strike with them, throw a bunch of crazy hooks. Fuck. I think Ortega has to wrestle, but he's not the best wrestler. He's not really good at getting takedowns. He's very opportunistic in like either trying to get a trip, trying to get a leg, or trying to even pull guard or trying to jump for something. So it's a tough main event between these two. As much as I fucking hate Yair Rodriguez, and I will be fading him because I fucking don't like him, it's tough, man. It's fucking tough. I'm gonna go with Ortega because I do think that he's going to make Rodriguez seem a little bit uncomfortable because of the threat of the takedown, the threat of the submission. But I will say this, live betting opportunity, if you start seeing Brian Ortega kind of struggle with the striking, not being able to do anything with the grappling, or even potentially get a solid single takedown, I'll live bet the shit out of Rodriguez because I think Ortega is going to be a punching bag for the rest of the fight, eventually getting TKO'd. Because both these guys do take significant damage, and by that I mean like Ortega, like he gets battered a lot. Like his face gets a lot of damage towards it. So does Yair. Like his eye obviously got puffed up against Frankie Edgar. But between the two, I think Ortega's got more of the like fragile skin, the fragile flesh that will like eventually lead to maybe even a cut or a doctor stoppage because of like a closed eye or some shit. It's a tough one, but I'll go with Ortega just because I do think he can catch a kick, take down Rodriguez, and then just fuck him up on the ground, getting a submission. But we'll see. As much as I fucking hate Rodriguez, he's very skilled, he's very quick, he's very fast, he's very dynamic, and it's a very winnable fight for him. But again, it's a winnable fight for Ortega if he does what he needs to do. But I'll take Ortega by I'm going to say a second round submission. If it goes into the third round, I think Ortega's body is going to start feeling a lot of pain. So second round sub for me. What do you got for this one?
I actually don't think it's very difficult at all.
Really?
First point is Jair is a piece of shit.
Ah, yes, of course.
By way of that first reason, Ortega just has more in his arsenal. Yes, Yair has some kicks, but if he doesn't finish, I would say he has maybe two, maybe a little bit more rounds worth of those of his, harder kicks. And then I would say if he doesn't finish Brian or really wear him out within those 2 rounds, then I think Brian has more to offer, especially since his Muay Thai has improved. I think he has pretty damn good Muay Thai, and his, and not if, I think Brian will be able to take it to the ground. So that's something else he's got to worry about. And if, he doesn't even have to take it to the ground. He can just take it to the cage and then just jump on him and do a standing guillotine. So there's that.
Let's see if it's still recording. We had a bit of a hiccup. The computer died. This may or may not be recording, but let's try it. You were saying that here's a piece of shit.
Yes.
Ortega's Muay Thai has gotten better, and you said that he can jump against the cage and go for a standing guillotine.
Yeah, he's really dangerous everywhere. You've got to worry about getting submitted on your feet, on the ground, whether he's on his back or he's on top. He is super dangerous, from the bottom. So, he's not going to get raw dogged down there for sure. So he very, very well might get his ass triangled. And yeah, so I think it's really an easy pick in that sense. And so the odds that I think it may seem close, but in my mind, it's a good deal. I think it's, just as good as if Ortega would be it would be better if Ortega was the underdog, but that, having it be minus 100 and something, I think it's a great deal. I say go for it. Pull a trigger, get on Ortega. I think he's going to win it. He's the better guy. And I think he's already fought for the title twice.
Yep.
I think he'll challenge again. He's going to get a little bit better when Emmett wins.
When Emmett wins?
Yeah, I think he'll challenge Emmett for sure. So here, for sure, I'm going for Ortega.
Those have been our predictions for Ortega versus Rodriguez. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We're on the fucking freeway. We came back from the beach where I had to basically change. How would you put it? That I had to change in front of like a bunch of people with a towel.
Yeah, you had to wrap a towel around yourself.
Yeah.
And then traumatize a bunch of kids.
The fucking bathroom was disgusting. We were in Ventura Beach. But anyways, like, share, subscribe. TigerBomb in the May. Fuck Goldberg.
Wait, are you talking about like a bowl of chili spilled in there or something?
No, it was bad.